Now that looks delicious. Wow. Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Ryan Turley here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best beer can chicken on a Traeger grill. And before I can throw the chicken on the grill, I've got to set this up the night before with a brine on the chicken. So we are ready to throw all this in here. We're going to start out with the kosher salt, and if you can get a look at this, the kosher salt is a lot flakier than table salt. So it's about half as dense than table salt as well. So the reason we like to use this is it's going to dissolve much faster in the water, and it's also going to absorb into the chicken much better. So if you only have table salt at home, I would suggest using half as much because it is much more potent and much stronger, whereas kosher salt is much smoother and has just that really nice salty taste. So let's throw that into the water there. I've got some honey. Let's get that going in there. Now some whole black peppercorns and our herbs, rosemary, some thyme, and a few bay leaves. And then let's slice this lemon here. All right, looks like it's coming up to boil, so we are gonna start that timer off for 3 minutes. Well, just realized I forgot the garlic, so here we go. Throw that in. Luckily it just came to boil and shouldn't make too big of a difference, but you do want to include 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. Crucial, crucial. Glad I caught that. Alright, so it's been a couple hours and the brine has cooled off and it's at room temperature, so we're ready to throw this whole chicken in. I almost forgot that garlic. Oh man, if I had missed the garlic, I would have been so bummed tomorrow. Anyway, so I've already taken the innards out of the chicken, and so the inside's all cleaned up. We're just going to drop that right into the brine mixture and let that fill up there. Looks like a perfect amount of water for this pot. Make sure there's no air pockets. I'm going to give it a quick flip. Alright. I'm going to throw this in the fridge overnight.
The next day.
The chicken has been brining in the refrigerator for about 16 hours. You can really just let it brine for anywhere from 4 to 24 hours. It should be good. I've let it sit out at room temperature out of the brine, and then I patted it dry with paper towel. And next I'm going to layer this with a fin and feather rub from Traeger. You can use any chicken rub, you can make your own rub, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this today. I'm also gonna be using some butter to layer that in as well. And this butter is at room temperature, so it should be pretty easy to work with. We're basically going to coat the entire chicken with the butter, as well as the inside. I've already opened up the skin from the meat, and we're just gonna rub that chicken in, or that butter into the meat, underneath the skin, on top of the skin, pretty much just all over. So we're ready to throw the rub on. Basically, you can just coat the entire outside of the bird. Rub that in as you go. Go. She is ready to go. right, next we are going to throw some beer into this ceramic beer can chicken holder. So we will probably just end up using about half of this beer, maybe 3/4 of it. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top. I'm using a Modelo, a light Mexican beer. You can really use any beer of choice, but try to not have it be too strong and too overpowering. So that should be enough there. Let's throw that chicken on. So the chicken is mounted to the beer can holder. We're just gonna throw a little bit more seasoning here on any missing sections.
Beer can.
Yeah, babe. And then I'm going to tie these legs together just to keep the legs moist. And also just hold the chicken upright. Just a couple of quick knots here. And I'm gonna be throwing it directly into the Traeger on this cooking pan. It's gonna help with any of the drippings that end up dropping off of the chicken to keep the chicken moist. And then we're gonna reuse those drippings for a chicken gravy. So we're gonna throw the chicken on. The grill is primed up at 375. Give this grill a quick scrape. And I just picked up this iGrill digital probe thermometer. So we're gonna give these a shot for the first time just so I don't have to open up the grill lid to check the temp on the meat. So we're gonna throw this into the thickest part of the meat, which is the breast. I'm gonna throw a second probe in just to get any temperature variance. Set our timer for 75 minutes and keep an eye on the temperature.
Meanwhile.
All right, so the chicken's on the grill. It takes about 75 minutes to 90 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. This is my daughter Soleil and my wife Juliet.
Hello.
And we're excited for some really tasty dinner tonight. Soleil, where's the moon? Where's the moon? Yeah. Yeah.
1 hour later.
All right, so target temp is reached, 165 degrees internal temperature. So let's take a look in here, see what we're working with. Ooh, yeah. Damn. Now that looks delicious. Wow. Wow. Yep. Got some potatoes kind of marinating on the side here. I think those are done as well. But let's pull this out and let it rest for 10 minutes and we'll be eating dinner. So the chicken is done. I'm gonna cover it up with some tin foil for 10 minutes, let it rest. On the side, as you saw on the grill, I got some small potatoes going, and then we just fired up some green beans on the stovetop here. So Soleil's hungry and tired, so we better eat quick. Okay, babe. So chicken has been resting for 10 minutes. We're gonna take it off of the beer can holder.
Did you actually put beer in there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Modelo. We're gonna disconnect.
Oh, I thought you just drank it.
No. We're gonna disconnect the string from the legs. There we go, look at that. Oh yeah, the legs are just falling right off. Normally you have to cut this bit, but it is just falling right off the bone. So
Yum.
there's one leg. Let's try to keep this skin intact here. There we go. There's the other leg. Looks awesome. And we're just gonna cut right into this breast here. Perfect, it looks so tender.
Sure does.
All the way through.
Damn.
No burnt spots. We're gonna give it a little taste test here. Wow. That could be the best chicken I've ever had. So that is the beer can chicken on the Traeger grill. And we're gonna let our daughter Soleil have a little taste of the chicken now and see. She's the real judge, so we'll see if she likes it. Soleil, try some of this chicken. You like it?
She loves it.
I think she likes it. Here, have some more. Yeah, that's chicken. Do you like it? Yeah.
It's good. Babe, get her some more. She loves it. Babe, it looks and it smells absolutely delicious.
Why don't you try it?
I know.
Get
so
over here.
let me try some here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Like,
Wow.
where have you had chicken that good? And
Never
moist,
ever.
And moist and tender,
Never.
Never.
Ever.
right?
Never ever.
And it was so easy.
Wow.
It was so easy. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my video. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And until next time, hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks so much. See you later.
Yummy. Soleil loves the chicken and her green beans. All right, let's get to it.